You're right, people. Chaos here with using my camera, the Cybershot, which I've got a review up on the channel already for the first time, reviewing some content. And that is my new army that I've been building, or restoring I should say, because it was one of my very first armies that I had, and I've obtained some new models for it. And that is, let's see if I can grab this guy to give you an idea of who they are. And that is the Sons of the Lion, the Dark Angels. With obviously the new codex coming out and stuff like that, I like the idea of getting my Dark Angels back, because my Black Templars are very combat orientated. However, the Dark Angels aren't. The Dark Angels do have combat, but they do like their plasma and they like their shooting. So I've got an Ancient all built up, and by God I love Ancients in this 8th edition, which I'll be bringing out in videos shortly. But these are some of the guys that I've been building. However, I'm quite upset. I still need to customise this guy that I kit bashed. Now hopefully it'll pick up the detail. There you go, the camera is doing its job. For some reason Dark Angels can only have Primaris Lieutenants, which is like, really? What are you playing at? Here is my company master with a Reaver's head, because the helmet was actually damaged. So I've done that, so there's a bit of flair with that. I've got a couple other guys buried away. I've made some Devastator Sergeants. Now some of these I'll be using for my Black Templars, but I don't know if the camera will focus. But yeah, there you go, it's doing its job. But yeah, I've got some, obviously some Devi Sergeants that I've built up. As I said, I'll probably give my Black Templars a couple anyway. So I've got 3 of those guys. But I'll go over my thoughts for the Dark Angels. Now I've seen some people going purely Raven Wing and some that are going purely Deathwing. I want to have a bit of a green wing, so a nice mix. So obviously there's my champion using the upgrade kit and stuff like that. So I've still got more in the pipeline that I'm going to obviously build and focus on, and I'm still getting used to the camera. But I got some Forge World Rhino doors, so I'm going to be building a Dark Angels slash Razorback. But obviously, as you can see, I've got quite a bit of an army already. So I'm thinking of building like the 3rd company, which I like the idea of. But some of these models are from the Dark Vengeance squad. Obviously I've got a chaplain who arm broke off, so I'm thinking of maybe putting a power sword on him to be the named chaplain for the Dark Angels. The name slips my mind, but I love the fluff behind him. Now obviously I've done a bit of building with some Raven Wing here, so I've obviously got one of the bikers, which I do love their aesthetics. Now bikes aren't as brilliant as I was hoping 8th edition would have them, because they are an awful lot of points for what they are. But if you use them effectively, they can be very, very scary. So I've got 2 squads of those guys. And I've got the 2 plasmas as well. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the Raven Guard, and obviously I'm waiting to hear about the new codex, but things that are being leaked bit by bit, really am loving it. Obviously you cannot have Dark Angels without some plasma. Now are you going to focus? Thank you. So I've got 4 plasma cannons, so it's going to be a Devi squad of those guys. But what do you guys think of this camera thus far? Obviously the audio quality may be a bit different because I'm actually using the mic built into the camera, but I am tempted to try and use my PC mic to actually record with. Now I've got some scouts. I've got 2 5-man squads of scouts to use in my Dark Angels, but I love how this camera's focusing with the quality. Obviously it's only 720p, but I cannot fuss for the price of it, as I said in the video just when I was reviewing it. And here's my 2 tactical squads, or you know, what members of it. Now are you going to focus and play ball? You know you want to. Thank you. There you go. So I got obviously 2 squads of the Dark Vengeance tactical squads to obviously paint up and work through. But I know what I'll be doing throughout the winter and stuff with everything going on. Now, I'm not sure if it's obviously struggling with having images in background, but there you go. This is obviously the smart focusing options on this camera, so I really am quite impressed of how well it's obviously focusing. But I do love the actual quality of these molds. For, you know, one of the starter sets, it was amazing. Now I've made 2 veteran squads, so obviously I've got some standard bolters in one of them, and then let's move across. I've got melter guns in the other one, so obviously that's a little bit different. But the sergeants in both have their respective special weapon with a storm shield of some sort. But one thing that I'm really chuffed with is I've actually made my own combi plasmas, because combi plasmas are so expensive to make. But I'm really chuffed with how these ones came out. But I'll be doing a video shortly of how to actually make these combi plasmas for really cheap. But as you can see, they definitely do the job. So I've got, at the moment, I've got 3 guys with melters, 2 with standard bolters, then I've got 3 combi plasmas and 2 standard plasmas for veterans. But just love the idea with the new stratagem coming out and everything like that, potentially of 1 command point, you choose a unit, rolls of 1 aren't a mortal wound, so plenty of plasma. Now 2 final units to go over in this one. I have got some Reavers with carbines for the Dark Angels. So obviously I've got the heavy pistols with the combat blade for my Templars, but I thought I'd make some carbines up for the Dark Angels. Bit of fire support and terror support and all that. And finally, I have at the moment got some Deathwing Terminators soaking to get their paint off, because I got them off eBay and whoever painted them on used enamel paint. But here is one of my Land Raiders, because I had 3 of them for my Templars and I was like, that may be a bit overkill. I have kit bashed it and customized it to be a Dark Angel one. So I'm pretty darn chuffed with how it's came out. Obviously it's going to be quite difficult to make a Deathwing style Land Raider, but I'm not actually too fussed. I'm probably going to paint this up as a Green Wing, as some of you may say. But I'm really quite chuffed with how this is going. So the only thing I've got left to build at the moment for this whole army is obviously the Deathwing Terminators, and then obviously trying to get a chassis of a Rhino / Razorback. But I'm really quite chuffed with how this is going, and I'm going to be doing a video on my interest for the new codex and potentially the rumours of the Lion coming back and stuff like that. But I do like how the Dark Angels are going. I didn't... Oh, and also I got a Nephilim jet fighter / Dark Talon to build as well. But I do like that the Dark Angels are getting their flair back again. You know, it's... They are supposed to be like the whole medieval knights, the First Legion, the First Sons and stuff like that. Obviously with the Fallen stuff, I've got a cipher painted up. But, you know, and I'm going to be hopefully quite surprised with how the camera's recorded all this. But I shall leave you there. I know this video's taken a while, but I'll really be interested in your feedback of how you think the video's gone. Obviously it's going to be only 720p because it's how it can record. But any feedback is great feedback in my eyes. Obviously don't be too cruel if you can help it. But yeah, hope you're interested in the idea of me doing a Dark Angels series on top of my Black Templar series, my experience with them and stuff like that, because they are very different. Alright, Black Templars and Dark Angels couldn't be any different. So if you're excited for that and you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do. You're more than welcome to join the chaotic crew. And as I always state, you all take care of yourself. Chaos out.